Hey gang, welcome back to Films from A to Z, and today we're going to be talking about the letter I, and it's for I Kill Giants. I've had this since Black Friday, as you can tell if you've ever bought films on Black Friday at Walmart. They have these promo stickers. This was picked out by my son Gannon simply because it says from the producers of Harry Potter, and he knows that I do love the series. And he may have had some misconception that it was about Harry Potter, but absolutely is not. It was $1.98. I bought it, sitting on the shelf. Letter I came around. I was going to watch Ichi the Killer, and I just had one of those days where I could not get into it. I just was watching and thinking, how am I going to talk about this? What the fuck? So, I did another little search around, found I Kill Giants, thought, you know what, I read the graphic novel a long time ago. Well, I guess it's not a long time ago, 2008. Written by Joe Kelly, one of my favorite writers. You know, he's wrote everything from, Action Comics to Fantastic Four to Marvel's 2099 series to this to that to this, and he done an excellent job with this. Starring, I got notes written down because my brain's not working today. Starring Zoe Saldana and a little girl named Madison Wolfe, who plays Barbara in this, the main character here, who does a fantastic job. Just a little trivia about Zoe Saldana. She's played in 3 comic book movies now. I Kill Giants. She did a movie called The Losers, which is based on a comic book. And, of course, she's Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy. So she's got some comic book ties to her. This is an all-female cast. I think there might be 1 or 2 men that you see in the background. One of them being her brother that has a couple speaking parts. But all main characters in this are female. And it is an absolute beauty of a movie. This is why, a movie like this is why I love film. You take something that, looking at it from the outside, you think, alright, I'm going to get into a fantasy type film, and then boom, we get this. And I'm not going to lie, it got the emotions turning at the end of the movie. It was a hard one to fight back. It was really, really, really good. No, sorry. Anyway, I'm not going to be able to talk about this movie without ruining some of it, so if I've told you enough right now, you guys can go ahead and leave, go watch the movie. If not, if you want to continue hearing, I'm gonna spoil a lot of this, probably. Well, I'm going to spoil the main part of it. Anyway, we have this young girl, 12 years old, I think, 12, 13 years old, who, named Barbara, who is the town whack job. All the kids in school make fun of her. She's bullied by kids. Her family doesn't understand her. Just way out there. And she feels like she needs to go around town and protect the town from giants. She has traps set. She has bait set. And every day she goes and checks all of this stuff and then goes through school. She's got protection spells placed everywhere with little amulets and carvings. And she makes sure they're all there. And she's now seen a new psychiatrist at school, who's Miss Saldana. She is trying to get in, but she just can't quite break this barrier. We have this girl that is, like I said, a total whack job. Her only friend is this new girl named Sophia that shows up. She's English. She comes in. She has no friends. This is the first girl she meets. And she's really, really trying to be this girl's friend. This girl has got nerves of steel. This girl, like, really, really, really wants to be this girl's friend and help her. Because this bitch is nuts. But as we go on, we see some really good special effects with the giants. Although at this point, when you're watching, you don't know anything about it. it's like, all right, why doesn't everybody else see these giants? Well, you know she's crazy. So, but is she really crazy is what you're thinking. Things happen that make you think, what if? But then when it comes down to it, it's just a beautiful story about learning to deal with loss in life. If we find out really late in the film, which is a really good idea, I thought. It gets us to where the point comes across really strongly, that Barbara's mother is dying. I assume of cancer. I don't know that it ever says this. She is bedridden. But we don't find this out until Barbara's fighting a water titan. And he says that he didn't come for her mother. She says, like, you can't have my mother. And we find out a little bit before this that her mom's sick, and we get little hints. And the giant tells her, I'm not here for your mother. I'm here for you. And you've beaten me. And she finds out, you mean I can't save my mother? And he tells her no. And that was kind of her eye-opening. However she got to that point, that is where she realizes that this is, whatever. Her mom's dying and she needs to go spend some time with her. And it come to find out she's just scared to see her mom, I guess she thinks if she's fighting off these giants, as long as she's out there fighting the giants, her mom's going to stay alive. And like I said, man, it's a beautiful movie. I really wish I would have watched this a long time ago when I bought it. I really didn't recognize the name of this to the graphic novel until I was watching it, and as I'm watching stuff during slow times, a lot of time I'll pull out my phone and look at IMDb and see, hey, I recognize that person. Who is that? And there towards the top, I read that from graphic novel by Joe Kelly, and I was like, fuck, no shit, this is where I've heard of it. Very, very, very well drawn, a great story. I recommend it if you guys are into graphic novels or anything to do with film and the books they're based on. Go out and at least read a copy of this. Maybe your library has it. But yeah, there again, I Kill Giants. Later.